Hi guys, here we are again down the Warwickshire Avon. It's the third pre-baiting trip. It's now the 10th of May. I came at the weekend as well, put some more particle in, some more of the pigeon mix. And down here today I'm going to do a little bit of clearing out and I'm going to get some boilie and some pellet in today. So I'll just run you through that and what I'm doing and also the clearing out that I'm going to do as well. And just a brief catch up on what's been happening the week since you last saw me. Well, as you can see with regard to clearing out, I mean, all I did last week was add a little bit of a stomp round in my wellies, and you can see the result here for yourselves. It's with the exception of a few, all the stinging nettles have died off. Got a place to fish. You know, this is big enough to fish. I can sit in here, get my gear in, get set up, and I'm not disturbing the surroundings too much. If I pan the camera around, you'll see sort of what we're up against. Around here is kind of the way in here, through here and across this tree. Sun's a little bit bright tonight, but you can see the sort of stingers around the back and the fallen down tree there. And as I was saying in the last video, just over here, sort of in there, is another swim which I'm going to try and get to in a minute, because I bought some croppers with me to dig my way through here. And follow it back round, back to the swim. As you can see, it's in shadow, but the bucket's in there. But you know, we've got enough room to fish. I mean, obviously I'll clear out the stinging nettles here, and there are some reeds at the front, which I'll show you now. Right, as you can see, this is the front of the peg. Down here, see there's some rushes there, and obviously the stingers at the front, which I'm going to clear out. To clear out just enough to stick the rods through. There is another branch here, the tree that's fallen down. She'll have to clear some of that out with the flow going that way as it is. The fish tend to sweep around that way, so I need to get some of this cleared out just for to make sure I land the fish safely. Okay guys, as you can see behind me, we're in. Cleared the stingers out, 10 minutes work with the pair of croppers, and we're in. So we'll have a walk through. As I said in the last video, just gives you a nice angle to fish down to the snag here and to this tree here when there's a bit of flow in the water. It's a fairly slow stretch most of the time, but obviously being a river, when it rains and gets some water in it, it does push through. Fortunately, down here, the stingers don't seem to grow in this bit for some reason. I'm not sure why. And also, very fortunately, my pallet's still there that I stuck there a couple of years ago. It's survived through to another season. I'll have to check it, obviously make sure it's not rotted too much. It's the river here, so I'll show you a close-up of in a second. It's very, very deep, right close to the edge. There's a very old landing stage here. It's well, certainly had a scaffold pole, so I'm guessing there's some kind of old landing stage here. Well, what I'll do is I'll bring the camera up and give you a close-up of what's going on in the lily bed I was talking about in the last video. Right guys, there we are. That's downstream, and the peg that we were in a minute ago is just there, just a few metres that way, maybe 6 metres that way. The river's around here, and as you can see, these lilies, there's a few here, they're really starting to come through all the way up to that tree, and that's where I fished in the winter videos, if you've seen that video. Now obviously I'm not going to clear all these lilies out at all, but what I shall do is keep this area clear here and the area in front of that peg there, and probably the area in between, because I don't want to be losing fish in the dark in these lily pads. So I shall bring my drag down here. I've got an old rake just attached to some rope, and I shall just keep this clear, just the minimum that I feel is necessary to not put any fish in danger, because obviously lily beds are great fish holding areas, so we want to destroy as little as possible. Well, the pallet's still here. It's taking my considerable weight, so definitely hasn't rotted too much. I've strapped it to this old landing stage here, so I know that's been here for absolute years, and it's metal scaffolding pole, so that's not going anywhere. Always concerned me when I was fishing here at night before I put this in, because the bank just finishes and it's 6 or 8 foot literally under my feet here, so it's a bit hairy at night. So with this here, it makes things much safer. Fish just topped out there now. That time of the evening, isn't it? The chub are up in the water taking flies off the top. There's a lot of flies around this evening. I think that'll do for now, for the clearing out. We'll get the boilies in and some pellets in, and that'll do. Well, as I haven't put any particle in today, I'll get some pellets in and some boilies in. Reasonable amount, maybe 50 boilies, something like that, and a dozen pouchfuls of pellets. I'm just going to get some halibut pellets in, and I've got some Pacific tuna pellets just to go along with the boilies, and we'll get that lot in, I think, and that'll do for now. So let's get it in. As I mentioned last time, remembering to squeeze these boilies before they go in. Well, that's a productive half an hour spent down here. We've got the bait in, we've cleared out through to that peg, done a little bit more clearing here. That's great, I've done what I wanted to do. To keep you updated as to what's been happening down here, you guys who follow me on Instagram will have seen it, but 2 or 3 days ago I was going for a walk just here down by the river, and saw a huge great koi cruising around just under the surface. Managed to get some footage of it on my camera. It was a 20, I'm sure it was a 20. Beautiful fish. I'd love to catch it, so fingers crossed in a few weeks' time he might be down here having a nosh, and we might be able to put him on the bank. Thanks as well to the couple of new subscribers who've joined since I put the last pre-baiting video up. You're very welcome, and I should keep you all updated with further occurrences down there, but for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.